In fact, I'm here to speak to the living, that the living will take to heart that one day we will all be laid in state. And one day the one that brought us to this world will demand the soul back. We are just on this earth for a temporal assignment. And we will live here and we will go. Today, this morning, I'm speaking to you on a message that I have entitled it, What Way Have You Chosen? You know, in this life that we are living, we are all walking in a path that we seems best to us. We are all walking in various ways, but at the end of the diverse of ways, it will come to a destination. Man was born somewhere and man must die somewhere. Once you are on this earth, take this from me, you die. There are 4 things that are inevitable, that it will happen to every man or that is listening to me or that is under the sound of my voice. Man was born. The day that you were born, there is no way that you can vanish from this earth. Once you are born on this earth, you are born. Once you are here, you are here. Hello? I haven't seen a baby that was born by a woman, and when the baby realized that he or she is on earth, and she told the mommy that, Mommy, I don't like this, and so open you again your womb and let me enter and go where I came from. It won't happen. Hello? And then the second thing that is inevitable, that once you were born, you will die. If you want to go to heaven, once you are on earth and Christ has not come the second time, the rapture has not taken place, the only way that you can go to eternity to be with your God is death. So in other words, death is a gateway to eternity. And then the third thing that is inevitable, that when you die, there are 2 destinations await for you, either heaven or hell. But from the time you were born and the time of your death, the kind of ways that you will live, maybe you have forgotten yourself, that what way have you chosen? Because at the end of every road, at the end of every way, at the end of every life, God is going to bring your ways into judgment. Hello? And that is what the least we also think about as humans. All that we think about is our welfare. All that we think about is how to live good and live right. So even when we are stepping on other people's toes, we don't care. All that we care about is, this is what I want and I must get it by all means. But the Lord is telling us this morning that every way that we have chosen for ourselves, at the end, we will be accountable to judgment. I always say that when we were living in a village, you know, sometimes you go to farm and you find a krantier or tree dead somewhere. You take it, you come home, you do pepper soup with it, you enjoyed it. But when man dies, or when a human dies on the street, and he is there for just 3 days, nobody can walk around that area. It tells how sorrowful you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. It doesn't matter how anointed I am. I am but with only a step to the grave. You are but only a step to death. So why don't you watch our ways? Why don't we watch our ways? Why don't you take to heart the judgment of God? Why don't you pause and take a look at yourself and said, when I die, when I laid in state, as Madam Vida is here this morning, what will be my judgment? Don't forget that the Bible says that it's all appointed for man to die once. We only die once. And after death, judgment. So Job put it this way, that the life of a man is like a hired servant. So nipa yankwa na yedi na asase so ano etese odwumayefo a yafa wadwumam ne yesi ye adwuma ebo 6 a brother beju pay. So once your work, your hired work is finished, off you go. So he said that it's coming a time that the eyes that sees me will see me no more.